Morning all, it's Travels and More with Jason here. Well, it's travel day, but travel day not to Pattaya or Hattia. Obviously I didn't go there this time. It's back home to the cold. Back home to the... Yes, back home to good old Brighty. So yeah, just leave my hotel room in about half an hour. Yeah, the sun's just shining. That's the view from this window. Such great view for these windows. I won't be booking a Suspiria room again. It's okay. It's not premium. I prefer the premium ones. I do. So yeah, the little knickknacks, the little niggy bits I don't know about as Suspiria. It is, but otherwise, yeah, they're alright. Apart from, you can't access the pool from this side. So yeah, I shall be heading downstairs in a little bit and heading towards the airport. Now, I was thinking of saving some cash during the BTS because it's quite a smooth journey. But I've decided, no, I'm going to grab a taxi. Bit too much hassle. It's not too much, but the time I got to leave, it's a bit on the rush hour, so it'd be quite packed. So why have a bit of comfort, eh? And I've done the taxis all the time to the airport, so why not? So anyway, see you on the journey. All right, let's get going. Well, I'm in the taxi, and now going to the airport. So yeah, last couple of hours in Thailand. Still not had a Taco Bell yet in Thailand. Bye-bye road. Bye-bye, McDonald's. Thank you. Bye-bye, Terminal 21. Bye-bye, MRT. And bye-bye, BTS. Behind me. God, that's a long trip. I'll be waiting for a bus. That's what I like to see, look. Independence. Make your own food and sell it. Thailand summer festivals. Yeah, Flying Rocket Man. I had a taste of that beer. Still think it's jank, but it's better than that Pepsi Max Peach. Pink haircut. Might be Mikhail's place. Goodbye, 7-Elevens. See you soon. Didn't have a pizza. Or KFC. I had McDonald's. Small Taco Bell. And we're getting to the airport now. Yeah. There's Thai Airways. One of them planes that we'll be boarding later. Maybe not one of that's on the ground. But yeah, there we are. There's the airport. Well, I'm in the airport. Just gotta go and check in. I think I've got to check in over there. Alright. Well, I'm through everything. Now I'm going to get some duty free. I don't do VAT refunds because places I go to don't do them anyway. And I always think,
I'm giving money to the country that I'm staying in. So why not? Right, let's go and get some duty free. So that is nice. I do like that. Yeah. I mean, I will be doing the ups and downs of this trip. Obviously about 2 days after this video drops. So yeah, I mean, so you got all of these. These don't change like they don't last time. Basically, in a minute I'm gonna go and get breakfast. Because literally, you know, I've got my coat on already. Oh, it's easy to carry. I had one little problem, I did, and that was, it said my bag was overweight. It said my bag was 5k overweight, and I went, no, it's not, I paid for the 25k. And literally, guy just pressed a button here and there, saw that I paid for 25k, and pressed the OK button. So yeah. So no real problems. Very simple. I got through everything in less than 5 minutes. I think it took me longer to actually put my coat on and put stuff back in my bag than it did to actually get through the whole lot. So yeah, right. I just wish Oz airport. So far, I've never had it so easy in Thailand, going through customs both ways and immigration, than it is to come from the UK and get out of the airport. And it's so simple here. And it's not in the Heathrow. I mean, Heathrow Airport, blimey, it takes about 40 minutes just to get a bloody lift. You get downstairs. I mean, it's a joke sometimes. But it comes to the tobacco point that I need to get some tobacco. Not obviously because I don't smoke, but how I'm coughing, it sounds like I do. But yeah, alright. So, my first meal in Thailand was McDonald's, and my last meal in Thailand is going to be McDonald's. Technically, I will be getting a Subway, but that's going on the plane for me to eat halfway home. So yeah, I just walked up and down, and I just couldn't make my mind up. Didn't fancy Burger King, so end up here. Oh well, sod it. The way it is. Well, there's my gate, and what made me laugh, Evie's actually on the same gate. You know, both C8, Evie and Thai Airways. You know. So can you pick and choose which one is going on? I don't think so. Right, little gateway tells you how to get to any place. So yeah. Now, when I was last here, I'm sure there was something else in this middle bit. So I remember we went down this side, and we went to go see A, and I said, oh, Mikhail, we can cross over, and we couldn't. Or maybe when we got down here we could. But yeah, quite nice. Less than an hour to go now. I've got my Subway for eat on the plane. So yeah, now I've got a foot long, so I won't be hungry. But I didn't get no veg, but I added some extra bacon. So yeah, that's all where your arrivals come. But the only time arrivals and departures are separate. The rest of it, you're all intermingled. Right. P.S. The aircon's not working, by the way. I'm sweating. I'm glad I took my coat off. Oh. Yeah, literally not working. But yeah, look. Alright, there's my plane. Not long to go now. I've got literally 50 minutes and under. Alright. I'm on my seat. I got the planes mixed up because when I booked this seat there was no seat there. But I noticed when I flew out, the seat I was on, there was no seat there. So yeah. But not bad. I feel I've got a nice bit of room, and I feel actually the seat's a lot more wider on this than it was on the other one. I've actually got room to move on both sides, where lower plane I could not move. I was tight. And another thing I noticed is a charging port, so it's quite good. Well, the main was something, and the other thing was chicken, but spicy. So this is my base dinner. Glad I got a Subway. Not sure what that is. Might be able to eat that. Definitely be able to eat pudding. Be able to eat that. I'm so glad I got a Subway.
One eternity later.
Well, I'm here, just got to pick up my bag now and then up to the airport. I'm in up to the Premier Inn, and that's where I will end the journey. I'll tell you more in the room what I thought about the journey and so on, really. Quite interesting story to say, really. So yeah, so I'll see you in a minute at Premier Inn. Well, so far from the time landing to get to here, it has taken me an hour and a half, and I'm at Terminal 4 now. So from Terminal 2, you get through and wait. The most hassle you have is the lift to get to get down. They need to sort something out with that. I mean, it's a bloody joke. I mean, an hour literally. They need to maybe put in some escalators like they have got in Bangkok. I mean, so much bloody simpler. It really is. Oh, it's a joke. But anyway, I now got a long walk to go down the long corridor. So I should be in my room by 9:30. So yeah. I'll show you. But on hyperlink. Well, as you can see, it is a long old walk from that tunnel. I'm now in Premier Inn. I've just checked in, and so but I thought I'd sit down here first and do the end of thing. As I was going to say, yeah, we had a bit of problems on that plane today. We had a right old arsehole of a person. I wasn't the only one that had a problem with him. About 3 or 4 others did. A right obnoxious, and I believe he was American. Can't tell, but how he was acting and how he spoke half the time did sound American. Got to be a transport, I would have said. But we don't bring politics in. Yeah, literally, he opened the things up, and there was a little bit of space left in mine, where my backpack was. He started ramming his backpack into, and I was like, "Oi, you're damaging my bloody stuff." He was like, "Oh, basically like, fuck off, you know." I'm like, "Oi, mate, you're damaging my stuff. Do you mind?" I had room there. I said, "Yeah, but you're still not how you're doing it, you know." Anyway, I ended up reopening it up. I took his bag out, and I took mine out. I went, "Oh, thanks for damaging my stuff, mate." It was like, basically like that. You know, I was like, "Yeah, Mr. Arsehole." But yeah, great start, you know. So yeah, and yeah, he did damage some of my stuff. What a, you know, and that wasn't in the flight. I mean, he had his feet up the wall, and I mean, right up the wall. I mean, so he was on the end, where he actually was in my seat. Because that's where I should have been booked, but for some reason, I messed up. So they changed the planes. But I should have been there, and there should have been a seat there. But, you know. Anyway, you know what it's like. They say when you open things up, be careful. Sometimes things drop. Anyway, one of the other guys on the other side of me, he got up halfway through the flight. And he opened everything up, and out comes another backpack. Hits me, and he hits the guy. I've just gone to the guy. He goes, "Oh, I went, oh, don't worry about it, mate. It hit me, but it hasn't." So this guy got up. He was like, got up. He was like squaring up, you know. But luckily, the other guy didn't see it. He's really turned his back to him. And I was thinking, "Oi, mate, you got Mr. Arsehole written over you, you know." And when we all was getting off, he was out. And about 6 of us were all around that area. I went, oh, what a noxious. I went, yeah. They went, I thought they were saying, well, we saw he's ramming his bag into yours. I mean, did he? I said, yeah, I think he's damaged some stuff. I said, I'm hoping he ain't damaged a 50-year-old box from Return of the Jedi. You know, so I'm sure that's in my bag. Then I said to him, but I realised afterwards, that's where it was, but I moved it into my carrier bag because I wanted to put something else in. I said, something told me not to leave it in there. So glad I didn't. But what a noxious little, he wasn't that little either. He was at least 6 foot. And apparently he was a standby. I offered to pay extra for the exit seat, and they went, no, we're full. By rights, then they should have. But yeah, I was not really happy. But that's not the whole story either. I ended up feeling quite sick. I had something to eat at lunchtime there, on the plane coming over. It was either pork or beef with some rice. Now it tasted nice, but later on I started feeling quite queasy. I mean, it was a very turbulent flight. I'll tell you that it was very turbulent. It looked, near enough most of the way through. I started getting queasiest, and then I know when I'm going to be sick, especially on this holiday because I've had it quite a lot over from the smog, and it came to dishing up basically tea or supper, and it was something I didn't even like. There was no other options. So literally what I had wasn't even an option. It was actually either air cabin crew food or business or whatever. So I said to them, I can't eat what you've got. So they went and found me something, So literally I was like, you dry heaving. I thought, I want to throw up in a minute. Where's his sick bag? I've never been in touch with, and I still haven't. I didn't. Obviously I got up. I did. I went to afterwards. I went to the back of the plane. I mean, I got to admit, Thai Airways need to upgrade their stock. I mean, what I saw, there was something like 2 toilets for about 200 people, maybe. I'm not really sure how many. I mean, you got 3 per row, 3, and then 10 rows, or 15, so how many that adds up? So quite a lot of people. And so I went to and it's always at the back of the plane. Apparently they got rid of the ones that was in the middle. But I think that's a different type of plane because that's actually an exit, so I can't see how they could have done that. And I just said to the cabin crew, I mean, they're really nice people. I said, you got something dry? You got a biscuit or something? They're like, oh, no. I said, no, I'm feeling really sick. They even they went and gave me a cup of tea when I started being sick in the seat. And she went to me, you're in blah blah blah. So I went, yeah. She went, I'll go and see how fine you're saying. I went, oh, thank you very much. I said, I'm feeling really queasy. I do feel I'm going to be sick. About 10 minutes later, she comes along with some, I believe, business or first class biscuits. There was 4 or 6, and I should have filmed it, but I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't film that. I didn't film the other food either. That's how bad I got feeling, very queasy. And she also bought me some crackers and the Ritz, that sort of type of things as well. She went to me, and she told me what the name of the biscuits was. So those literally loose. That's how I know they were business or first class. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, they were nice. Them 4 biscuits I had, they were really nice. And yeah, I'm feeling fine now. But I do think I'm going to have a problem from the smog.
I'll probably get back to normal within a week or so. Fingers crossed. And yeah, so yeah. And like I said, so far when I've opened my backpack up, there is one thing damaged. Now I don't mind because I was going to open it anyway. Because of the one thing I wanted open anyway, and so not a big deal. But if I was a non-opener, and it is quite old, it's about 20 years old, I would have been pissed. And I mean, I am pissed that it's happened. I mean, there's no need for that. I mean, it was a right old prat. He had two headphones on. I mean, bulky jobs on top of each other. I was like, okay. Should have bought some sound ones, mate. Not these, So yeah. What I went to Germany, and it takes forever. From when you get, not too bad for getting the bags. You wait about 15, 20 minutes if you're not too lucky. But to get from there to your hotel takes like near an hour. It's a joke. It really is. But that's enough of me moaning. I'm back in Brighton. I'm going to get up in a minute because I am, I don't even think I'm coming down for anything to eat yet. I think I'm just going to have whatever. Basically, yeah. So anyway, that's the end of the travel day back home. And yeah, it's, and then obviously tomorrow morning I'll be going back to home. But I won't be filming that. So my travel day is to the airport. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this little video and how long walk it is, give me a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe. And if you want to watch things ahead of time, join membership. It would help me out greatly. And I know I keep muttering about it, but it's only 99p. And you get to watch all my videos ahead of time. I mean, at the moment, there's about 2 to 3 weeks worth. But not now. When you get to this video, there won't be that many. There'll probably only be about a week's worth. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I've had a nice little talk. There will be ups and downs on the trip coming soon, and there will be another video I'm going to be dropping where you find vintage toys in Bangkok. So, and toys. So that's it. Right, I'm off. Later all. Bye.